Hey, Mrs. Ashford.
Did you find out?
First, get my hands with the bottoms of your feet. Find out what?
About my house. It has the most beautiful crown gold.
Now with your hands? I'm sorry, I haven't had time to ask about your house. How's your vision? Any blurriness?
My vision. I don't care about my... Stop. Stop. It's nonsense. Just took a call from me. Please find out about my house.
Ma'am, this isn't nonsense. I'm trying to help you, and I have about 20 other patients, so checking on your house is the last thing on my mind right now. People got injured badly. So you need to stop worrying about your house, and you need to tell me if you are experiencing any blurriness of vision.
Ooh, okay, y'all. So what's happening in the video? We got a healthcare worker who does not have patience, who is snapping on her patient because the patient has other concerns besides her health. And that is a normal human thing for your patient not to be worried about themselves, but do I have somewhere to live after I live here? Are my pets safe, etc. Would you be okay if this was one of your relatives or somebody you cared about? I want y'all to think about that. Is this communication effective? So your patient's trying to voice their concerns and you're attacking them basically verbally. Not okay. And so this week we're going to learn about communicating in healthcare, why communication is so important and how we can be better at it. Because she's not listening to that patient. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Anyways, so we're going to look at, so your standard is identify and demonstrate the various methods of providing and obtaining information from patients, family members, other agencies, and other members of the healthcare team. So that's what we're going to focus on. So your learning targets are to recognize elements of communication using the sender-receiver model, and I'll tell you about. I'll show y'all what that is. Interpret verbal and nonverbal communication, and then apply speaking and active listening skills. A lot of this stuff is common sense, but we got to make sure everybody's good. So for healthcare workers, why does communication matter to us so absolutely much? Because most of what we do is communicate. We teach patients, we explain stuff, we gather data from patients, we talk to family members, all that. Most of what we do is communication, and every action we take is based on what's communicated to us from our patients or from other healthcare workers. So if we don't have effective verbal communication, and verbal, we'll talk about what verbal means exactly. It can lead to your patient being injured or dead, okay? You can lose your license or your job as a result of that. And even just poor communication, like the nurse in that video, the doctor in that video, like her talking to her patient like that. If that patient is anything like most people, including me, we're gonna have some major problems. And I'm gonna need the CEO to come down here because this ain't gonna happen again. Anyways, bad experiences for the patient and your team as well. Poor surveys, like surveys is what patients complete after they are at your facility for care. Like the patient actually goes back and says, I rate them a 0 or a 1 or a 10, depending on how the survey is set up. And if you get enough bad scores, then somebody's job could be gone or somebody could be laid off. That's what we call it, given the unpaid vacation. Team failure, right? Because communication is important between healthcare worker and the patient, but also between team members. And if you talk to a team member like that, you're gonna have some animosity and negative vibes. Happy customers. Unhappy customers equals no money. No money equals a closed healthcare facility. And it works just like that. It's still a business, remember that. 85% of our work is communication. I probably would say 95 or 100, but that might be stretching it. Some people may not agree.